Howdy everyone, Warsarcy here, and today we'll be looking at Iron Wings on Nintendo Switch. Iron Wings is an arcade flight game where you play as two childhood friends turned pilots, Jack and Amelia, during World War II. There are a few game modes, with campaign being the main one. Each mission will have secondary objectives that you can complete that will earn you extra cash for planes, skins, and weapons. You play as both characters at the same time and can press Y to switch between planes instantly. You can also order your partner to attack a target or to get back at your side. When you've unlocked them, you can hop onto certain levels in free flight, which will let you fly around a somewhat limited area freely, but the only one you start out with is New York City, which itself is pretty limited since you can't even explore the whole city without it saying you're leaving the area and turning you back. And finally, there's arcade mode, which is where you can also play unlocked missions in. The standard flight controls are pretty decent, with you being able to do all sorts of rolls, increase and decrease your speed, even being able to do a direct 180 by pressing L and R together, which makes it great when you need to do a quick turnaround to attack your target. How the combat works is that you have to shoot at a certain spot on a target, be it a plane or a structure, for a few seconds, and then it will zoom in and the camera will follow what you're attacking at. Against planes, you snap to behind them and have to shoot at them till they're destroyed, which, one thing I'll mention right away is that even when they don't have any rear guns, it seems that they can still shoot back at you when you're behind them. But anyway, when it comes to shooting enemies on the ground, it zooms in and slows your plane down so you can do a sort of strafe run and hit multiple enemies, sometimes playing a little quick scene when you shoot at troops such as a headshot or whatnot, or some sort of structure exploding. With Amelia, you also have bombs that you can use, in which you have to wait for two circles to line up perfectly, and then when you release it on an enemy, the screen will follow the bomb till it explodes. When it comes to planes, each character has their own selection of planes, but you only start with one unlocked, with the others costing money that are earned from missions in the campaign. The same goes for plane skins, weaponry, and their upgrades. Unfortunately, with this game, there's a fair amount of problems I had. I'll start with the minor ones and build my way up. Starting off, the voice acting isn't exactly the best. About the only decently voiced characters are the two that you play as, and even they aren't exactly A grade. The rest of the characters just almost sometimes feel like they're reading off a script. Like, sometimes you'll have troops on the ground, friendly troops, and they're just in a combat zone. You'd expect to hear panic or something, but they just sound like they're reading off a script. The dialogue isn't the best either, as the characters pretty much don't stop talking. They comment almost every time they get a kill. They comment whenever you aren't telling them what to do. When you're doing a strafe run, they feel the need to tell you to keep doing what you're doing, or warn you that you're getting too close to impact every single time, which is completely unnecessary. Moving on to gameplay mechanics, the bombing system is a troublesome system to use. You can be mere feet above a target, and if the two circles don't line up perfectly, the shot misses. Another one that really personally bothered me was when you're doing a strafe run, if you get too close to impact, it gives you a button prompt that, if you press, will pull up on the throttle so you don't crash, but I've had a few times where it doesn't show up until I'm about to crash, and when I press it, it plays a little scene where the plane pulls up and goes into the air, but immediately when it puts me back in control of the plane, it just blows up. I've had this happen multiple times, and given that some of the missions can be very lengthy and have you do a set of objectives in a time limit with no checkpoints along the way, it gets really irritating, especially on the Operation Husky mission, where you have to take out 3 escaping battleships in under 9 minutes all by yourself because your AI partner is useless. As in, if you send them to attack a target, they'll just fly around it not doing any actual damage until they're nearly dead, retreat, and ask you for help. The only time I've ever actually seen your partner be useful is if they're after a single plane, and even then, they get beat up quite a bit in the process of doing it. It wouldn't be a problem if you didn't have to destroy nearly everything on each of them all by yourself before you can even begin bombing the actual ships. I had to restart time and time again after only having destroyed the first of the 3, with many of the reasons being that the self-destructing plane glitch I mentioned earlier. As for the timer itself, It feels completely unnecessary as it isn't the only time you have a timer thrown on you. You could be in the middle of a regular dogfight with a bunch of planes, and if you don't dispose of all enemies as fast as the game wants you to, it decides to throw a 60 seconds till mission failed timer on you. I went into this game wanting to like it. Hell, the first few missions I actually did like it, and even when I started off with free flight because I love games that give you a free roam option, I had a good time flying around despite the limitations. The game even looks great visually for a Switch game, especially with the inside cockpit view, but as I went on, the flaws began to finally show themselves, and it just started to suck the fun out and made it feel more like a chore to get through a mission. This game had great potential, but it's just held back by its mechanics, as well as some other minor issues that I mentioned before. But if you still want to give this game a shot, it's available on the eShop for $15. I'd like to thank Nap's team for sending me the review key. This is Warstar C on the Game Clips channel, and I'm out.